This is the fourth video in a series in which I explain biblical salvations. In this video I'm focusing a bit more on the first of two salvations. To understand this salvation, one must first understand the captivity we find ourselves in before we are born again. We are enslaved by what we believe and think. From birth, we are slowly and steadily, willingly and subconsciously being steered into the idea that we are limited to this world. Everything we are introduced to, everything we experience, is telling us that we will die and become dust. Our minds are in captivity to carnality. Extraordinarily little will ever happen in the average person's life to convince him or her of the existence of an afterlife. We are conditioned, without it being any person's fault, that nothing beyond this life is important. We invest hours in our education, work, and future. All are aimed to improve our earthly experience. Most of our decisions are driven by the attraction of fame, success, or beauty. We idolize those who had reached success. We define success as either having power, money, or ability. We strive to richness and perfection. We enjoy the idea to be noticed. Our goals are aimed towards achievements. We work hard and spend hours on improving our situation or future. We make financial decisions regarding retirement 3 or 4 decades before it materializes. If not the greatness of this world that drives us, then it is fear. We fear that something bad may happen to us. We pursue qualifications because we fear unemployment. Through medical insurance, we endeavor to avoid illness. We implement lifestyle changes by which we hope to prolong life. By insuring our possessions, we hope to replace it once lost or stolen. The things of this world consume our lives. Our minds become fully accustomed to the idea that we are humans and that we were born and will die like all humans. Our intellect is occupied by carnality. Our values, actions, and thoughts are limited to the physical realm. To Yahweh, we are in slavery because of this type of thinking. To Him, if we think money can buy our freedom, we are thoughtless. In His eyes, greatness will never fill the need for insecurity, and to Him our wisdom is foolishness. We were created with the intention to be completely free and sovereign, but since Adam happened, we changed into mortal beings and become dependent on the temporary. Our second birth makes us a new spirit and introduces us to the spiritual world. The spiritual world is the real world, the everlasting one. As spirit beings, we are meant to live forever with Yahweh, but this is no guarantee. We are both spirit and flesh simultaneously, with one mind responsible for governing both life forms. Fleshly desires and spiritual needs reside side by side in the same brain. The conflict between earthly and heavenly is fought on the battlefield of our minds. In this conflict, the flesh has the advantage because of its lifelong association with the mind. The mind's connotation with the new spirit is young and feeble. Due to this advantage, flesh may eventually emerge as victor unless the mind is delivered from fleshly thoughts. Once reborn, it becomes imperative to salvage the mind from the captivity brought by mortality. We are so accustomed to our mortal state that we hardly value or even recognize its confinements. And for this reason, the Holy Spirit will urge most believers towards deliverance while they may still undervalue the magnitude of the enemy. Now, imprisonment of the human mind due to carnal thinking is universal. Imprisonment comes in various shapes and forms. One of the most notorious prisons is the love of money. The monetary system drives our society and keeps the wheels of all economies turning. Humans are easily entrapped by this unfair system. Freedom is perceived to be financially independent. Many don't realize how secure the prison walls become if so-called financial freedom becomes our security. To trust a system governed by Satan is to stand on sinking sand. Another prison is religion. Relying on the gospel story with all that it teaches is an immensely powerful captivity. If money has many in captivity, the carnal mind confiding in a religion, any religion, is a high security prison. We subconsciously or sometimes purposely think that the acceptance of a certain doctrine is enough to give us the benefits inherent to that doctrine, in most cases heaven. Accepting the religious values and laws has never been the aim of the Christian gospel. Its aim is the change of heart that comes through faith. The gospel explains our God, perpetual life, and holiness. It is not meant to accept these truths only, it is the experience that follows after being born again. The gospel message should create a desire to ask, beg, or plead to become spirit, and once we become spirit, to live in the richness of it. Yahweh's word is the seed responsible for this new life form, and faith the means to ingest it. Make sure to listen to the next video. In it, I explain the prison walls of a carnal mind in more detail. Click on the respective links below, 1 for the next video and 2 for my book in case you are looking for a more comprehensive description. God bless you.